All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Percy Perry Stadium, high above the Lower Mainland in downtown Coquitlam, British Columbia, Canada, for another U19 World Championship matchup between Team USA and Team Australia. I'm Brad Challoner, sliding over to the play-by-play position, filling in the large shoes and waistband of Jake Elliott. Joined alongside for this game by Peter Tellis. He plays in the Senior A WLA with the Maple Ridge Burrards, and he'll be providing his insight on tonight's game against the USA, and we're going to get right to it. The opening draw. The Americans win it right off the hop like they did all last game too. Very strong on the draws, and a quick shot blocked, and the Americans pick up the ball behind the net. That's number 44, Ryan Young. And the whistle goes, so Australia gets the ball off the hop here. Number 9, Brad Spalding. The big stick hands off to the goaltender. Number 1, Steven Stoikos. Back to another long pole, Cameron Martin. And they'll work the ball around in the defensive end. Try to dig it across center. Back into the crease once, so the goaltender can't go back in there now. Cameron Martin hanging onto it, back to the goaltender. Throws it to center field to Nigel Morton. He tries to split two American offenders and can't do it. And a loose ball scramble for it now. The Americans are going to win it. Number 12, Greg Dowd. But then he loses it. It goes to Steve Mundell, who wears number 10 for the Australians. And they're just slowly working the ball around deep in their own end. Looks like they're having trouble trying to get it out. Cameron Martin starts to run. Now he slows it back to the goaltender. So the Australians really in no hurry to get the ball out of their zone early in this game.
No, USA is just sitting back and riding deep and waiting for the Australians to come to them.
And that's exactly what they just did as they meet them at center. Another loose ball scramble. The Aussies win that one. Number 2, Christopher Plum is going to make his way finally into the offensive end. And the Aussies will try to work it around on the offense for the first time. Goes back behind the net into X position to number 11, Matt Diver. And he passes over to Joshua Naughton. Naughton back up top to Nigel Morton. Morton tries to walk around a defender. Takes a shot. It goes wide. The first shot of the game. Not on net, though.
Nice split dodge. Regain possession.
Josh Naughton back behind the net again. Tries to work it around into the front. Flag thrown now by the referees. So the Aussies will get the man advantage in a minute here. As Norton takes a shot, that one goes wide, but the Australians there to scoop up the loose one, and the penalty will be called. It's against the American lawn stick, Matthew McCride, and he'll swap his stick with a player, and the Aussies will go to the man advantage and try to open the scoring here.
Yeah, the Australians were driving to goal, drew a penalty, continued with the ball, jived a bit, took a shot, and now they're on the power play.
They'll try to open the scoring. Game 2 on the big field here from Percy Perry. Australians working the ball around. Cameron goes behind the net to Kehoe. Kehoe in front, pass to no one. It's going to go out of bounds, and it's going to be an American's ball.
Excellent slide by Peter Fallon, big stick. Jumped the X guy, made him throw the ball away.
So Adam Gittleman gets the start for the Americans in net.
Terrible jump by Australia.
The Americans just going to kill this penalty off in the defensive end and just play pass, long stick to long stick. But now Peter Fallon's going to go for a run. Midfielder hangs back and he crosses center. Passes to Craig Dowd. Dowd back to Fallon, big stick, passes across. Shot goes wide. But a nice rush there by Peter Fallon, who runs the ball out from the defensive end and then makes a pass, tries to set up a shot opportunity for Stanwick Steele, but the shot goes way wide, and the Americans go back, try to work the ball around on offense. James Green, Shamel Bratton, had a very strong game, last outing for the Americans. That was a 20-15 win yesterday over the Iroquois Nationals. American surging to the net. There's a jump shot and a goal by Craig Dowd. He made that one look pretty.
Yeah, driving low, rolled back inside, jump shot, put it bottom corner over the screen. Great shot.
Dowd opens the scoring here for the U.S. just about 5 minutes into the first quarter.
Craig Dowd coming from Georgetown University.
And he just jumped in the air and let that one rip.
U.S. goal scored by number 12, Craig.
We go back to the draw. It's going to be Matthew Delente in there for Team USA.
Draws are a big part of the game.
Americans very strong on the draws. Delente is a nice little flip pass there to Nicholas Elsmo. And he'll break in, take a shot, and it scores right off the bat. And that all came from the face-off win.
Yeah, an easy win. Drew it right back to where he wanted to. They broke down on the field. Great bounce shot, top corner.
Elsmo runs it in all by himself from center field. 2-0 Team USA.
Number 19, Matthew Delante, has won the last two faceoffs for USA. Let's see if he takes the next one.
Back to the draw, another clean win by Delente. Wins that one to himself, hangs on, now he passes back to Ryan Young. Ryan Young, another player who had a strong game yesterday. And he controls the ball behind the net, runs it out front now, still hanging on. Now he passes up top and up high to Anthony Mendez. Mendez passes off. That's Tim Donovan. He passes to Feinberg. Feinberg back up top to Donovan. To Mendez. Mendez hangs on, back to Donovan. They're just going to play catch up top. And now Donovan will go for a little run, takes a shot. That one's stopped by the Australian tender, Steven Stoikos. He looks for a breakout pass at center, and he finds it in Cade Robinson. And now he goes to the net. Now he pulls back. Jumped by an American defender. Fallon's going to pick up the loose ball and go for another run. Midfielder needs to hang back for him. Fallon, nice pass in front. Shot and a goal. Ryan Young.
Peter Fallon, big stick. Brought the ball up over center, made a great pass. Caught the ball, scored the goal.
That's two good runs now for Fallon. Definitely looking like a strong asset for the Americans on the back end. And they have a 3-0 lead just about 6 minutes into the first quarter.
Matthew Delante's back out to take the face-off.
And it's working, keep sticking with him. And he's going to win another one to himself this time. Takes a slash, passes to Fallon.
Great play pushing that back to the big sticks. Ball sweeps out at number 30's stick.
Thomas Malfris. And he throws his head up there. He's disappointed. So the Aussies will get another chance on Lucas Wood goes behind the net. To Gene Kehoe. Referee blows a whistle. Timeout, Australia. So Australia will take a timeout, and we'll take a timeout. You're listening to U19 World Championship Lacrosse, brought to you by First Star. Up your game, and we'll be back in a minute. And we're back, folks, from an Australian timeout, trying to kill some momentum. Team USA jumps out to an early 3-0 lead. And we've seen this all tournament now in the games that we've done, was that every team that calls a timeout, they usually come back and have a very strong shift. And we'll see if the Aussies can get on the scoreboard here. Number 8 controlling the ball behind the Australian net, or American net, sorry, Lucas Wood. He'll run it out, being watched closely by Malfris. He's laying the lumber to Wood. Now a loose ball comes out and a flag flies. See what the call is going to be. It's going to be number 8 for Australia, Lucas Wood, is going to go off and sit. So Team USA will go to the man advantage.
Wood was playing without a stick and ran into the other player, which he can't do, so he's going to go spend some time in the box.
Team USA with the ball on offense, Greg Dowd. He'll slow the play down and wait for help. Gives it up top to number 1, Josh Amadon. Amadon playing catch with Dowd. Now he goes up top. Ryan Young with the ball. He goes down deep. Ball's behind the net, and the referee blows the play dead again.
To number 8, Lucas Wood. 1-minute personal for
Folks, just a quick mention, we've had a couple emails about the camera work not being really up to par right now. The bit rate's low. We will get that fixed right after the first quarter. Audio is running fine, but we will get that fixed for you as soon as possible. As soon as the play goes dead at the end of this quarter, when we have a little break, we'll get that picture fixed up for you. In the meantime, you can enjoy the audio we're providing. And as I'm speaking, the Americans just scored a goal on the man advantage, up 4-0 now. And Peter, did you get that
Matthew
goal?
McBride's caught a pass from X. He was in the stack, caught a quick stick, buried it low. Great goal on the man up. Back to even strength here.
4-0 Team USA lead. Back to the draw. Delente again as he wins another one. It's about 5 for 5 now. And he wins that one and passes off to James Green. Green hangs on. He's going to slow play down.
USA goal scored by
Wait for his midfielders to change, as Delonte is really just out there to win the faceoff. Then he goes off the change.
24.
And Shamel Bratton, one of the big guns for Team USA, comes on the field, with Josh Amadon. Amadon with the ball right now up top. Gives it up top to Bratton. Bratton can probably go one-on-one with any person on this USA or on this Australian team, and he does. Takes a shot, but is stopped by Stoikos. And the Australians try to break out, throwing the ball to center. They pick it up. Big bump there by Amadon. Interference called. And the Australians get the ball and try to work the offense around.
17 from Australia was cutting wide open in the middle. Jack Woodford.
Jack
Didn't
Woodford
get the ball.
plumb with the ball, could not find him. Nigel Morton now up top to Jack Woodford. Woodford to Naughton. He'll run it close to the sidelines. Now he goes behind the net to Plum. Plum's going to hang on back there, being watched closely by Amadon. Walks around it, comes around out front. Falls to the ground, takes a shot, but that one goes wide. His teammate's there, but he knocks it out of bounds. Team USA ball.
That was off a shot. That should have been Australia's ball. It tipped off green, but that's still a shot. That should still be green ball. No, they ruled white ball, American ball.
So the long stick, number 40, John Lade, will try to run it out for Team USA. He hands off to his goaltender, Geidelman. Geidelman will walk it out. Geidelman getting into the game a little bit. He hasn't seen that many shots. Every time he gets the ball in his stick, he wants to go for a little run and keep the blood flow going and keep warm. Now there's a high check to Amadon. 2 flags down on the field.
I actually see another one down in the corner. There's 3 flags out there.
3 flags on the field, so needless to say, USA is going to go on the man advantage if they can't score here. There's a shot.
Oh,
Stoikos just got a piece of that one. So I think 2 Australians are going off. Number 2 and number 17, Christopher Plum, And Jack Woodford will sit, and Team USA will go to the man advantage. The two-man advantage one more time, a 6-on-4. A lot of space out there, a lot of field room to work with now.
Yeah, it actually looks like Australia actually only got one penalty. The refs all got the same one. 3 flags for the same penalty. Sorry, I stand corrected. Another Australian player going into the box. There's a 6-on-4 for USA.
So they have 3 in the... No, he's going off the bench, so it will be a 6-on-4. Team USA working around up top. Shamel Bratton passes to Young. Shot way wide, but the Americans are to the line first, and they'll keep the ball.
Americans had great ball movements. Swung that ball, got the open shot.
Yeah, they moved the ball so well, Team USA. Ryan Young controlling from behind the net. Up top, shot stopped by Stoikos.
Great save.
And he'll run it out. Simon Fleet, he gets it in front. There's a jump shot way wide again, but the Australians are at the line. Diver's shot went way wide.
Two Australians came out of the box there on a fast break and unable to put the ball in the net.
So just two 30-second technicals. They both expired now, so back to even strength. Team Australia on the offense. Diver works it around up top to number 14, Simon Fleet. Fleet will hold on and eye his options as he gives it now to Nigel Morton. Morton up top, being watched by James Green. Morton's going to take it deep. As he switches hands, passes in front to no one really. Oh, number 4 picks it up, shoots, and scores! Joshua Naughton. As he found himself wide open on the crease, and just a bounce shot right through the 5-hole of Geidelman. And Team Australia is on the board. It's 4-1.
I missed that goal there. I was watching the Americans. They actually just came out and changed their attack line. 3 new attack players out there. Let's see what they'll do.
Naughton on the goal for Team Australia. They look like they have some jump in their step now as they're right back on offense. So a first draw win for Team Australia. Matt Diver behind the net. He's going to bring it out front. Being checked hard by Fallon. Now he gets it up top. To Simon Fleet. Fleet back to Diver. Diver still controls that X position. Gives it to Josh Naughton, the goal scorer. And he's still way in the far corner of the field. Being checked by Thomas Malfris. Now he gets it up top. Cade Robinson. He'll try to go one-on-one. Can't beat his man, so he's going to pass back up top. To Gene Kehoe. Keogh's going to take a stab at a one-on-one. He walks around his man. And he gets it behind the net to Blair Coggin. Coggin to Diver. Diver's going to run this one around. Passes up top, but passes out of reach. Nice play opportunity there.
Great lift by the big stick. Lifted that bottom hand, made him throw that ball away.
And Kehoe's there for the loose. He gets it back behind the USA net for Will Pickett. Pickett stripped there, takes a bump. And Geidelman picks up the loose ball, but the referee's going to blow a whistle. And the Australians are going to keep the ball. 3:29 to go in the first quarter. 4-1 Team USA on top of Team Australia.
Good drive by Will Pickett of the Australian team. Took the short stick beyond the net, drove him.
Pickett controls the ball now. He gets it behind to Josh Naughton. Naughton to 21, Blair Coggin. He still controls. Now he gets it up top. Robinson to Diver. Diver way up high is going against Fallon. I think that would be a tough matchup, so he decides to pass off to Gene Kehoe. Kehoe back behind the net to Naughton. Naughton in front. Shot and a goal again. Blair Coggin. 2 in a row by Australia.
Great pass by Josh Naughton.
Australians with a large contingent of fans out. Rivals the size of the USA crowd. They've come a long way to watch their boys play.
And play they are. They've come back into this game. It's now 4-2. See what happens on this draw.
You had Delente back in there. He wins it back to Nicholas Elsmo. Elsmo is going to run it across center. And they're going to try to answer back right away as Team USA. Delente is going to stay out for a shift that midfield out. No. Scratch that. He's going to go off and change.
Smart change. Waiting for other players to change. Then he's going to go off.
McCride up top. To Anthony Mendez and Team USA, I believe, is going to call timeout. No, it's a whistle.
Illegal procedure on the U.S. They've been changing so well all game. Must be a miserror. Bad communication.
Yeah, bad change by Team USA, and Australia gets the ball with the momentum and a 2-goal run. See if they can capitalize one more time. Ball deep in the American zone. Gene Kehoe. Up top to Josh Naughton. Josh Naughton's going to run it around. He has a man wide open up top. Gets it to Lucas Wood. Lucas Wood up top. Takes it low. Tries to go one-on-one. Beats his man. Shot, but it's blocked by an Australian player. Shot just didn't get through. And the Americans will run it out. There's Feinberg. And Team USA is going to be very careful about their changes now, as they want to keep the ball in the offensive end. McCride passes off. And the pass goes out of play. So the Americans throw another offensive opportunity out the window.
The Americans look a lot better swinging the ball and passing the ball, but that's an unforced error, which they've had a couple this game.
Team Germany sitting a couple rows in front of us to the left, and they're cheering on the Australians. As the Americans have never lost a game in this tournament. Since 1988, they are 30-0 at the U19 Worlds. And I think every team here wants to see the Americans fall.
Oh. Great defensive shift there by the Americans. They started with a great ride, stuffing the Australians. Australians had a tough time getting it out. Then a great check by the U.S. big stick. Number 30, Thomas Malferson. He's playing exceptional today.
And Geidelman's going to run it out. He's going to run it all the way across center. Geidelman deep in the offensive zone. Now he's going to run it back. Midfielder across center. It's going to be Shamel Bratton. Legal procedure. Team Australia, Team USA will set up on the offense. Clock is on the field, so we're under 30 seconds to go in the first quarter. There's a shot by Team USA and a stop by Stoikos. He's looked sharp in this game so far. Team USA jumping the Australian defenders, and they'll run it out, but time is about to expire. Cam Martin gives it back, and time expires in the first quarter. Team USA jumps out to a 4-0 lead, and Australia answers back with 2 in a row. We'll take a quick break. You're listening to U19 World Championship Lacrosse from Percy Perry Stadium in Coquitlam. Brad Challoner and Peter Tellis, brought to you by First Star Apparel. Up your game. And we'll be back in a minute, folks. Welcome back to Percy Perry. Start of the second quarter, off the draw. Team USA called on a legal procedure, and the ball will go to the Australians.
Matthew Delente, his first face-off loss on an illegal procedure.
I think that's the only way the Australians are going to beat him in the draw. Hopefully he gets called doing something wrong. Australia controls the ball in the offensive zone right now. Jack Woodford, as the team switch ends every quarter. Woodford with the ball behind the American net. Passes up top to Matt Diver. Diver to Nigel Morton. He gives it to Naughton. Naughton on the far side of the field from our broadcast position. About a mile away. Gene Kehoe, sorry. He controls up top. Takes a big slash from American long stick. Still hangs on though. Being poked. Now he walks around his defender. Kehoe takes a high stick, goes to the net, shoots and scores! Gene Kehoe, the one-man wrecking crew. 3 unanswered goals by Team Australia, and it's 4-3.
Great individual effort. Driving a big stick, I thought the big stick had him contained, but he got by him and ripped the shot home.
I didn't pick up the number of the big stick that was checking him. But he's doing a great job. Couple big hacks, a poke. And Kehoe's a smaller player, and he's able just to slip through there and find a lane.
I believe that big stick's name was CJ Constable.
Whereas number 9 for Team USA in their whites. Shamel Bratton now will start to get the offense going for Team USA. He has the ball. He gets it to Gibbons. Gibbons behind the net to McBride. McBride.
Watch him work the ball here to 42. He's got a strong mismatch.
That's Shamel Bratton lined up against Cade Robinson. He's about half his size. Bratton's got a lot of speed, very explosive player up top. There's a pass picked out of the air by Stoikos. The Australians will try to run it out. Long stick Cam Martin to another long stick, Ross Hamilton. They get it across center, pressing hard to try to tie this game up. Still down by 1 are the Aussies. Robinson with the ball. He passes to Naughton. Naughton behind the net to Diver. Diver still behind. Carries around out front. Spins back the other way, behind the net, to Cameron. Cameron's going to bring it around out front again. He gives it way up top to Pickett. Pickett winding up, passes, goes wide, now to play. They throw one away there.
Pressure by Thomas Malferson, the U.S. defender. U.S. has been really pressuring the ball carrier, forcing Australia to do things they don't really want to do by throwing the ball away.
Well, Geitelman throws it all the way downfield to James Green.
That's a mismatch.
He did a swim move over an Australian defender, switches hands, and now passes off to McBride. McBride behind the net to 14. That's McBride. So McBride to McBride. Back up top to Green to Shamel Bratton. This will be another mismatch for Bratton. He can probably go one-on-one with anybody. He spins now. Long outside shot, a rifle. Woo. Top shelf. Shamel Bratton with some heat on that one.
As soon as he stepped onto the field, he knew he had that mismatch. He had the mismatch the shift before and didn't get the ball. This time, he got the ball and he finished the job. Great shot on the run.
And from far out, too. That must have been about 20 yards plus.
Ball placement. Great shot.
Stoikos, the Australian goaltender, really no chance there. As the Americans get back into a 2-goal lead. It's now 5-3, about 5 minutes into the second quarter. 15 minutes away from halftime.
Australia won a clean face-off, but then got stripped by number 4 from the Americans, Joel White.
I don't think Delente was on the field for that one. And the Americans lose the draw, so go figure. Team USA controls in the offensive end right now. Behind the net is Dean Gibbons. He's just going to wait there, slow down play. Flag thrown by the referees. So Team USA will be on the man advantage as soon as they lose the ball. Gibbons comes around up front. Passes out of the reach of everybody. And Lucas Wood for Team Australia will sit. Team USA will go to the man advantage.
Last time U.S. had a man advantage, they capitalized with a man in the stack. Number 10, Matthew McCrides, was in there last time. Let's see if he could get the ball again.
They have their big guns out there right now with Amadon and Bratton. There's a shot that's stayed by Stoikos from point blank range. Dean Gibbons just wound up right on the crease.
He was wide open and just didn't finish.
Put it right in the chest of Stoikos with all that net to shoot at.
Sub shot, should shot overhand.
Team USA still controls the ball behind the Australian net. Now they get around off front. Bratton winds up again off the crossbar. Australia picks up the rebound, and Chris Plum will try to carry it out. He gives it to Stoikos, who long bombs it to center. There's a loose ball battle for it now. Fallon, the big long stick for Team USA, will win it and get it back to goaltender Geitelman. He goes across the field to Max Schmidt, who will run it out for Team USA. He gets it across center to Bratton.
Teams are back to even strength, but Australia just took a penalty.
Illegal procedure, I believe. And yeah, it will be against Team Australia, as number 4, Joshua Naughton, will go take a seat.
There was a late hit on the goalie behind the net, and Joshua goes off the field for it. Ref called the time here, discussing the penalties.
The Team USA 2 for 2 on the man advantage. We'll try to get another one going here as the clock stops on the referee's timeout. 13:39 to go in the second quarter.
Ref still trying to figure out what's going on. Coming back out on the field now. Looks like Americans got a penalty out of this somehow too.
And we'll see whose ball it's going to be. I think it's going to be going Team USA.
Strength looks like it's going to be 5-on-5. I don't know what the American penalty was.
Nonetheless, Dean Gibbons will start with the ball deep for Team USA. And he passes up top to Tim Donovan. Donovan to Amadon. Amadon with the ball. Back up top to Donovan. Donovan back to Amadon, just playing catch up top. Now they get it deep to Dowd. Back to Amadon. Team USA just killing time, waiting for the... So I guess Team USA had 30 and Australia had a minute, so they were waiting for their player to come back on the field. Now they have the man advantage as Team USA, 6-on-5. As Dowd comes around. He still has the ball. Donovan's open, he gets the ball now. Donovan down to the crease. Behind the net to Amadon, back up top. It's a shot, that one goes wide, but Amadon's there for the rebound. And now we're back to even strength.
Americans standing around on the outside playing catch, no movement. Ball's back in, there was some movement.
Oh! Shot in the goal. The initial shot was taken by McCride, and Stoikos made a shot, but Amadon picked up the rebound and dunked it top shelf.
McCride's got cranked in the back, went down, slow to get up, stretching out his back. Staying on the field, though, it looks like.
Yeah, he'll shake that one off as he just scored a goal. 6-3 now, Team USA lead, 12 minutes to go in the second quarter. You're listening to Game 2 of the day. We brought you Iroquois in Japan earlier this morning. And coming up at 7:15 is Team Canada against England.
The ref actually took Matthew McCrides off the field, and Craig Dowd came back out onto attack for the Americans.
Geitelman, the American goaltender, gets the ball to center.
Max Schmidt breaking up the field. Great pass from the goalie to the big stick.
Americans control behind the net. Jack McBride. He takes a poke, walks around it, passes. to Dowd. Dowd way up top to Donovan. Donovan with the ball. Now to Mendez. Mendez hangs on. He goes back behind the net to Gibbons. Gibbons to McBride. McBride walks around a pick by McGibbons. Comes around out front. Back to Gibbons. Gibbons still controls behind the net. Takes a big slash. Passes to McBride. McBride comes around up top. Shoots and scores.
McBride and Gibbons working the two-man game from behind the net. Didn't work the first time, but it worked the second time, and he was wide open for the shot and goal.
3 unanswered goals by Team USA. They lead now 7-3. This game's just been back and forth. 4 in a row by Team USA, then 3 in a row by the Australians, and now 3 in a row again by Team USA. Talente called on the illegal procedure again. The Australians get the ball off the draw. Simon Fleet starts with it for the Australians. Joel White's out there to meet him, so he'll pass off to Cade Robinson. Robinson to number 21, Blair Coggin. The referees blow a whistle. Australians, I believe, are going to call a timeout and try to switch the momentum back again like they did after it was 4-0 and they called their last timeout.
Yeah, they got 2 timeouts for half. You might as well use them.
Use it whenever a team goes on a run. That's what the USA are on right now. 3 goals in a row. So the Australians will blow play dead and try to draw something up here.
They should come out with a good play here, but the Americans have been playing really aggressive on defense and pressuring that ball carrier. As soon as that pass is made, the next defender's up checking them.
Yeah, led by Fallon on the back end there. Long stick for Team USA.
And also Thomas Malferson's having a great game back there as well. He's really stood out, been really aggressive, made a lot of turnovers, so he's been playing well. Americans are coming back out on the field. Ref blows a whistle. Play's about to begin.
And they're ready to go. We have a bigger, much bigger crowd on hand than we did at 12:45 this afternoon. More locals straggling in after work and school and whatnot. But lots of Australians in the crowd and lots of Americans in the crowd as well. So it's nice to see fans out here supporting their under-19 squad.
The Australians have also brought out 3 inflatable kangaroos all dressed up in the gear. One of the better looking things here.
And they control the ball right now. Matt Diver. He's being watched by Fallon. That's a tough matchup, so he'll pass off to number 21, Blair Coggin. Coggin over to Robinson. Robinson hangs on. Now he dishes to Cameron. Cameron behind the net to Naughton. Naughton tries to get a pass, but it's out of the reach of Blair Coggin. The Aussies throw it away.
Max Schmidt of the U.S. Big Stick, again, applying pressure. Australians throw the ball away.
Applying pressure to Naughton, and Naughton just kind of panicked and tossed it. And way out of the reach of Blair Coggin, so Team USA will try to run it out. Goaltender Geidelman in possession. Long stick, number 13, Samuel Kilford. Sorry, that's Max Schmidt.
Australia is in a coma ride, forcing that long pass across field by the Big Sticks. It's working out so far. But they get it across. Americans are down.
Finally, Team USA gets it across. Feinberg. He gives it up top to Donovan. Donovan playing catch with Mendez. Mendez has a good matchup as he shoulders his defender. And now passes behind the net to Dean Gibbons. Gibbons still controls behind the net. The referee blows the play dead. We'll wait to see what the call is. Something wrong with the helmet of one of the Australian long sticks.
McBride and Gibbons are setting up behind the goal here. Let's see what they're going to go do. See if they work another 2-man game.
And the Americans with a kind of 2-2-2 formation. 2 up top, 2 in the middle, 2 behind.
They've been working well. A lot of movement on offense. Crisp passes. Smart drives.
Referee's just fixing the helmet of the Australian long stick, Steve Mundell. He's got that fixed up, and the Americans will go to work on the offense. Dean Gibbons behind the net to McBride. McBride and Gibbons working it around. Now they bring it up top. Still 2 players behind the net. As way up high is Donovan. He walks around a man. Long outside shot stopped by Stoikos. I think that was the play. They wanted Donovan to go ISO.
That was more of a pass to the goalie than a shot. He shot it right at him.
And now the Australians will run it out. Morton try to get it across center, being pressured, takes a hack, but he scrapes by his defender. Now he gets it deep into the American zone. Nathan Leader behind the net to number 20, Mollison. Mollison up top to Mundell. Morton in possession now. Morton takes a bump, still controls. Now he passes behind the net to Naughton. Naughton back behind the net again to Leader. Leader's going to try to walk around, but he can't do it. Tight defense by the USA. And now they have the ball back on top. Morton. And he looks for someone to pass to. Tries a little swim move, switches hands, goes to the net, but he's stripped at the last minute. And Fallon's going to run it out again, uses wheels. Midfielder hangs back for him. Fallon's going to go for a run as he passes off to Donovan, to Dowd. Dowd fakes a shot. Now he passes, but he's stripped of the ball.
Great one-handed pickup by Matthew
McBride's in front. Passes to Gibbons, and Gibbons scores. But like you said, it all started with the McBride's pickup. Came out of nowhere to scoop up that loose ball, ran it behind the net. Gibbons was wide open, fed him right on the doorstep. And he made no mistake. It's now 8-5, Team USA.
Brian Shemesh of the Americans made a great defensive stick check when the Australians had the ball. Australians brought the ball up, attacked, got a loose ball, and finished the goal.
4 in a row now by Team USA. Team USA giving it to the referees right now. But they still have the lead by 5 goals. And they're on a 4-goal run. Well, I think what they did was they took that goal away.
I have no idea why they gave the ball back to Australians.
Scratch that goal out. No wonder the American fans are getting riled up. We're not sure what the call is, but the goal is disallowed, and it's still 7-3 Team USA. So the Australians catch a break there, but now they lose the ball out of bounds. The Americans, I'm sure, will try to bounce right back.
Again, a great ride by the American attackman. Forced a turnover, and the pass went out of bounds.
McBride. He hands off to Amadon. Back up top to McBride. He's looking for Ned all the way, and he passes off to Elsmo. Elsmo in front to McBride, but he can't catch it. Now a loose ball battle. Big hit.
Great hit
by Green to knock his man off the ball. The Americans come up with it. As Gibbons walks it around front. Passes picked off by the Australians, but you can't say enough about that big James Green hit there. Biggest hit of the game so far.
Yeah, there hasn't been much hitting. Not too surprisingly, though.
Australians control. Nathan Leader behind the net to Josh Naughton. Naughton hanging on. Back up top to Leader. Leader has one man to beat. We can't do it. So he pulls back and hands off to Naughton again. Naughton deep. Gives it up top back to Leader. The Americans are really pressing hard.
Australia needs more movement on the offense. I'll free him up.
Leader up top. It's number 8, Lucas Wood. Wood spins. Still being bumped by Green, who's had a strong couple minutes here. There's a shot. Stopped by Geitelman, but the Team USA is going to go down a man. And the Australians with the man advantage with just over 5 minutes to go in the second quarter and in the half.
And another flag down.
Flags are flying. We'll see if they're both against Team USA.
Well, that first one came off the Australian player driving that short stick. That seems to be the Australians' game plan. It's the biggest mismatch on the field. drew the penalty from the short stick with a push on the back. Now the Americans are sitting 2 in the box. Most likely from an illegal procedure.
James Green sitting. And now a timeout called.
By the Americans, that's a good idea.
Yeah, you don't want to get too frustrated, so they're going to try to calm it down a little bit.
6 on 4, you're going to give the time for the Australians to set up a play. I believe both of those penalties were 30 seconds, so they get the chance to score 1 goal, then both penalties are going to be released.
And what would you expect to see here out of the Australian man advantage, 2-man advantage?
I definitely have someone in the middle, get some quick ball swings, pass that ball, use the whole field, and find the open shot. You have 30 seconds to score 1 goal. You don't need to rush it straight away. Because both those penalties are 30 seconds, all penalties are released upon a goal. So it doesn't matter if they take 5 seconds or 30 seconds, just make sure that ball goes in the back of the net.
Noten's had the hot hand so far for Australia. And Coggin and Kehoe are the other goal scorers.
I wouldn't be surprised, though, if the U.S. applies some pressure.